Hello, my name is John Rusnak, and I'm here to speak with you today about organizational memories. I was a member of the Boy Scouts of America for many years, and in my time learned a great number of things about them. Today I'm here to speak with you about my experience and credentials, why you should listen to me when talking about the Boy Scouts, organizational memories we have within the Boy Scouts, how those memories are passed along, and how to improve that method of passing so that the memories may better help new incoming scouts and leaders alike. Let me begin with my credentials. I was a member of the Boy Scouts of America for 10 years. In those 10 years, I had the opportunity and the privilege to earn my Eagle Scout. The Eagle Scout is the highest rank allowed by the Boy Scouts of America and is held in very high regard among many organizations, as Eagle Scouts do rank very highly in many organizations. I also had the opportunity to grow from a boy into a leader who had the ability to lead not only boys, but lead some of the leaders alike in my own way. Without the Boy Scouts of America, I have no doubt that I would not be the person I am today. Therefore, I gladly stand in front of you and express to you my credibility and my ability to speak on what is the Boy Scouts of America. The Boy Scouts has changed over the years, but some things have stayed the same, and some stories have been passed down for generations. While scouting has been in America for 100 years, it existed even before that in England. The story, the organizational memory that most, if not all, Boy Scouts know from their very first entrance into the Boy Scouts is the story of a man named Baden-Powell. Baden-Powell traveled from America to England. In England, he found himself lost on a dark street on a very foggy night. On this particular night, he could not find his way home and was met by a young boy. The young boy was happy to show him the way home, and, when offered money for this good deed, refused to take it. The boy was a Boy Scout and said, "Sir, I'm simply doing my good turn for the day." A good turn is something we were all taught to do. In Boy Scouts, they say that you must do a good turn every day to hold on to your scouthood. It is something we are happy and we are proud to do. Baden-Powell was so impressed by this that he took the idea of Boy Scouts back from England to America and has now made it a very well respected nationwide and international organization. This, however anecdotal it may be, is indeed one of the most important memories within Boy Scouts. Some things, though, are not so anecdotal. Take, for example, the oath of the Boy Scouts, as well as the law. Boy Scouts have many things like this: oath, law, and motto, with which to remember the values within Boy Scouts. While this may tend more towards organizational values, organizational memories, such as memorizing these things, and play a very crucial part in being a Boy Scout and being a good part of the organization. Although I have been out of the Scouts for over 3 years now, I can still say without a doubt that a Boy Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Those 12 points are 12 points I would have no hope of remembering were it not for the passing of organizational memories. When it comes to things like this, the method of passing can't be as anecdotal as the story of Baden-Powell. The passing of things like the oath, motto, the law, and even the significance of pieces of the uniform come from the Boy Scout handbook. The handbook is something that each boy is given at the start of his or her Boy Scout career. This handbook is what they record their achievements in, record their victories and their personal losses in, and what they end up learning from by the end of it. A good Boy Scout, at the end of his career, has a tattered handbook, something that they will be proud to show to their children and grandchildren. There's no doubt that each Boy Scout handbook is filled with countless amounts of information and is a very close part of every single Boy Scout to go through the organization. As I mentioned, though, a handbook is not the only way the organization is transferred, that memories are transferred within the organization. It is very formal, but not everything important is formal. Most important stories are often shared around a campfire. Yes, so it may come up as a bit nostalgic, even a bit cliche at times, but the campfire, for what it may represent within the Boy Scouts, is one of the most important pieces of each camping trip and of many meetings. Fire building is taught within the Boy Scouts to go with the outdoorsman theme of a man or a boy must learn how to live in the outdoors, but I believe it is taught for another reason. I believe that fire building is taught within the Boy Scouts so that each scout may learn he is not alone in his struggle, but rather that each scout may learn he has others to help them. And doing things like building a fire, contributing to a group in any way, is very helpful and is sure to bring about camaraderie. This campfire is where many stories are told and many bonds are forged. So we have campfires, we have handbooks. What else do we have? There is one official position within the Boy Scouts of America. One single individual who gives his time as a Boy Scout to remember and write down each bit of each meeting and camping trip. That is the Boy Scout scribe. The scribe takes time and records each memory, each detail, each bit of a camping trip. Camping trips and meetings are learning experiences every time, without fail. To really learn from these, though, it's important to digest the material, not just remember it. So therefore, scribes take notes, take important pieces of information, and take down lessons, which will be used later in planning other camping trips. While the scribe's job may not be recognized as one of the most important, it is doubtlessly one of the most crucial for the Boy Scouts of America to function. As a Boy Scout, one must respect the scribe, one must understand the importance of his position, and one must, at the very least, give him stories to tell. These three things, Boy Scouts does a very good job in spreading its organizational memories and teaching its younger generations when coming in. However, the question arises, are there ways to improve these methods? That, I personally see as a silly question. In my opinion, there are always methods to improve any aspect of any organization. Personally, I like a lot of parts of it. The anecdotal stories told around the campfire are one of the best things a Boy Scout can do. The more formal stories written in the Boy Scout handbook are impressive, are good, but are often archaic, and it's important to update them to modern times and modern days. Finally, though, the position of the scribe is something I see as very underrated. The scribe's position is not recognized as important until much later in life, when a boy wishes to look back on his or her experiences. Were I in charge, and as I may one day be, I would hold the scribe to a higher esteem and try to express my thanks to that individual as a Boy Scout or as a leader. Without a doubt, there are many ways to improve, but that's what I see as being the number one benefit to Boy Scouts of America.